Railroad Preserver 2000 here, back again doing another Minecraft stream. And as the title suggests, well, this would have technically been the 4th video in the Minecraft Station build project, but due to me not being satisfied with my other original design, I've decided to quite literally start over from scratch. So, with this being put into mind, I'm going to more or less get started. The same building materials are going to be used as before, albeit with a few differences if I decide to add any. Again, this is all still going to be for Minecraft multiplayer, the server I'm in. And, well, yeah, we'll just see what happens. Ooh, polished andesite. I might use that for the pillars. See, I'm already deciding on what new materials I should use. I'll still use mossy, or it's not mossy, blah, stone bricks for the facade. One thing I am going to do, though, is going to get a water bucket and start what do you call it? Dang it, there's a word for it. My brain ain't working. I'm going to start with preliminary clearing, particularly with all the brush. Though I am seriously now considering on putting a fountain in. Because why not? Why wouldn't you do a fountain, you know? Let me see, where's the sponges? I know there's sponges here. Natural blocks. There we go. There we go. I love this thing. Yeah, don't laugh. I'm doing this to clear out all the loose grass and stuff. Yeah, the main problems with the original station design was the fact that the whole building wasn't symmetrical, and also because it didn't... excuse me, sorry. It wasn't symmetrical, and it also didn't have, like, enough room to make a sort of gradual arching train shed roof. That was the main reason I decided to rebuild this thing from the ground up. I was going to rebuild it due to that. First thing I'm going to do is extend the pathway so I have enough clearance to build everything. There we go. Okay, now I need to lay out my materials in terms of what I'm going to need. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. Erase you. Let me see here. I'm going to need that, I'm going to need that. Possibly these, I haven't decided yet. Gonna need this. Smooth quartz, everything. So here's all of the building materials I'm debating on using, or plan to use, rather. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, I need to get iron too. That might help. Yeah, right now what I want to do is lay everything out in advance. As you can tell, a lot of what I'm going to use is still going to be what I used prior to this rebuilding project. It's just going to be a bit more... It's just going to be a bit bigger now. The station design could change anywhere from drastically to minimally. I haven't decided yet. So I'm just giving you guys fair warning before you start asking me, why did you do this? Let me see here. Now, the iron trapdoors are going to be for the floor of the train shed. And that's if I decide to even build it on this station. I don't know yet. Let me see here. I'm going to need that. I need lanterns. There we go. There's some lanterns. And what else do I want to use? Let me see here. I'm probably going to use birch signs so you can see everything. That's if I decide to do a departure board. I don't know if I'm going to do that given the height of the station, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Going to do that. Because I wasn't satisfied with the overall design of the station, and I wanted to... Honestly, I wanted to do that one a lot better. Well, here's the thing. The entrance was all custom, meaning I can build something new and something that could actually be a whole lot grander. Okay? That's one reason I wanted to start over. I wanted to make the station symmetrical, because then we'd be getting somewhere. And since the super flat world is not 3 blocks deep, as you can see, this gives me a lot of building room. And here's the other thing. Here, I'll just go on and show you. This world has a full sort of ground layer. So that means this thing is going to be able to be built in grand style. Meaning the basement and all will be underground, as I initially intended it to, meaning no windows. And, well, yeah, you'll see. You'll see. So I'm going to try to start this pretty much with the blasting phase. So I think you know what's about to happen. Well, actually, first and foremost, I need to mark out where I want this to go. So since I know I want the entrance to be 3 blocks wide, that's going to be where I start the first major change. The entrance is going to be wider, a lot wider. Alright? It's going to have... And there will always be a center block. That's the other thing. The other station had no proper center block, so I wanted to fix that. And already, here's just how much bigger the entryway alone is going to be. I'm envisioning about maybe 6 pillars, potentially 7. In the station, though I don't know as to whether or not I'm going to do that. See, Here's the thing. This station design is going to always change. It's that simple. So overall, now we have our center line right here. This alone is already just the entrance. And besides, the server I'm on has been the one I've been on the longest, I think. So if we're being honest, I want to do this as a gift to them. I don't expect it to be done by Christmas, obviously, but good things come to those who wait. I'll just go on and say that. Yeah, the server is mcmp.tk. They are a 1.20.2 vanilla Minecraft survival server. I'm good friends with the people who run it, and this is my gift to them for pretty much being so hospitalic and really so courteous. I mean, I unknowingly ended up breaking a few rules early on in the server during my tenure on the server, and I wanted to try and more or less, and I made a point to make amends, basically. Okay, let me see. Is all this lined up? Yes, it is. Perfect. So, we have the entrance. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start digging out underneath. The blocks are more or less an outline. Now, I know what you're going to say. Why am I not blasting right now? Well, the answer is simple. I think it's going to be easier to dig out stone with TNT than it would be with trying to do it with dirt. Because when you blow up stone with TNT, you'll get a perfect 3x3 square. If you do that in a grid, well, it's self-explanatory. You can clear out a lot more stuff. And understand, this station's basement, the station's actually gonna have essentially two basements. One is gonna be the actual station basement itself, which has no railroad tracks leading into it. Then you've got the actual underground platform area that's technically the second basement. They'll be connected with iron doors as I initially had in the original station design. There's a lot of reasons for why I wanted to redo the entire station. One was because I wanted to make something grander, something bigger, something that was more symmetrical, and really something that would give me a challenge. That station was already a bit of a challenge and creative, but you know, why go small when you can go big, you know? And you know what? Just for the hell of it, let the blasting begin. There we go. Now you can see what I mean. See how it doesn't blow up a real uniform hole? Now this is just to speed up the dig excavation. Yeah, no. This self-made architect is just out here casually trying to build the customized Minecraft version of Penn Station. Yeah, that's how big this thing's going to be. It's not going to be an obvious... it's not going to be a straight-up replica of Penn Station, obviously, but you kind of see what I'm going for here. And now you see why I didn't want to do this with other stuff. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just going to cover that up, make that a bit of a time capsule, and then we're going to call it a day. So now you can kind of see what I'm thinking of doing here. So what I'm doing is I'm blowing up all the dirt and whatnot first. Understand, the actual train station part, the actual tracks are going to be a bit deeper down. Unless I want to make the station have a really, like, high voltage ceiling or something. I don't know if I want to do that, but again, this is all pending, you know. But the tunnels would have to be deeper down in the server because people have built a lot of underground stuff. So that's the depth of the tunnels is gonna be determined by that, as well as trying to keep everything above ground, close enough to ground level to where, you know, you can build above ground stations and whatnot, you know. Because this is going to be a server-wide railroad. That's basically what this is going to be. So I'm more or less faced with a choice. I could either have the basement at this level and, you know, risk potentially getting in the way of a lot of people's underground builds, or I could dig deeper down, way deeper, and, well, I could do, what you're about to see right here. Yeah, sorry, folks, I'm not mining for diamonds. Ah, crud. Alright. Kaboom! I think it's pretty obvious what I'm going to do now. Yeah, what I'm doing is technically the mining term for gobbing, which is using waste rock to build up the walls of a mine tunnel and whatnot. So this, I believe, will be pretty much where the basement is. Now, what I could do with this station design is actually have the main basement aka this level, from about here down, be the main basement under the station, and then actually have the platforms under here, but that would make construction a bit more difficult. So, with this in mind, excuse me, sorry, what I believe I might do is this. You got mainly the basement floor here, then a real tall vaulted ceiling. And this gives me a chance to actually show what I've got. But first I gotta put my method of excavation here so I can clear my inventory. Okay, so I know I used this method before, but now I want you guys to see it pretty much in its intended form, basically. I did this with the, what do you call it? My brain's not working. I did this with the old station, and I'm going to do it again here. So, say you've got, you know, this as a corner, all right? Now, this is an example for obvious reasons. But this will be left. I mean, this is the basement. So, you got this here, right? This is the ceiling for the basement, right here. Right? Then, you've got your smooth stone liner on the outside. This will mark the foundation. This will be where you have like the above ground foundation right here. And then you got polished diorite as the floor, the main floor for the main station and train shed. So you've basically, what you've got here is literally a kind of cutaway. Now, for instance, say I want to add a pillar. All right, well, I'll knock this out. Go grab my iron beam. And, well, you'll see what I'm going to do then. So now you've got this, and then that allows me to do some stone masonry right here. This is kind of what the underside of the original station's basement looked like. Now, I have screenshots of the original station saved. I sent them to Ribbit, one of the owners of the server, as to show work in progress stuff. I already let her know of the rebuild project, so she's more than aware of this. Yeah, I'm trying to take a more realistic approach to the design of these station builds from here on out. I started that in Bright Sun Films' server, but then it went from there. Now I want to try and put that to the test. Stand by for blasting! A lot of what I just built is going to get destroyed, just letting you know, so... Yes. Now again, as I said, this here is literally going to just be the entrance. And the part of the basement for the entrance. I'm going to mark out the rest of the station with an upper, like, stone brick outline. That'll give me an idea of where to dig. Basically, that's the whole reason I'm doing this. Now, I could have the basement be double level, meaning 2 floors, obviously. But that would cause a lot of headroom issues. Unless, you know, we have a near-surface basement like this, right? And that could be, say, for maybe people's baggage or item storage or sortage, whichever you want to call it. And then you got a sub-basement that then connects to the underground platforms. I don't know. Again, this is all pending. See, this is the thing with me. When I do something like this, I usually don't have any kind of set blueprints or anything. I think the only Minecraft build I ever did make a crude blueprint for was a cabin design I came up with. And even then, it was a very, very simplistic cabin. So, yeah. Now I'm going to have to dig the rest of this out by hand, reason being, Well, yeah. Also, I know what you're thinking. Why am I building this up when literally the entire structure is going to be in this area here? Well, the answer is simple. I'm not ready to build that yet. I'm thinking each stream will concern each section of the station, this being the basement and entrance. And, you know, it could go from there. I don't know if I'm going to keep up that trend, but again, I don't know yet. What I will say is I'm seriously going to debate on keeping everything symmetrical from the building pillars to the actual windows to as much as I can. I want to try it, and I want to just satisfy my OCD, basically. I like when things are symmetrical. I like when things just work, you know? One other thing I need to do is doors. Now, I'm going to just use this as an example because I need to see how many doors I'm going to need. I'm thinking the design I'm currently thinking of going with is more or less, well, I'll use this as an example. You got a door, you got a door. Then you have glass in the center and over the tops and sides. And, well, it would just go from there, really. I'm not going to do piston doors because this is a train station. It's not like a James Bond style base. Speaking of glass, I should have got all that out. That way I had it. Oh well. Well, you'll hear this here will show an example of what I'm thinking of doing. So see it, you just have this massive glass sort of entryway between the doors and the station and whatnot. And then I'm debating on either having a layer of quartz brick between it or just making a massive entry window with this. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. The main issue I'm dealing with at the moment is trying to just, again, dig all this out. That is the first priority, more than anything else. So yeah, that's what all the TNT is now for. I'm doing this to greatly speed up what I've done. This is going to get destroyed, so I'm going to dig that back. So I think it's obvious to see as to what I've decided to do. Yeah, I think it's now pretty obvious as to what my game plan is. This thing's going deep. Very deep. So in other words, the station is now going to have a double-decker basement underneath the main train station itself. The bottom basement part will actually connect with the platform area of the station. Now, that area is going to be inspired by Penn Station. If you look at pictures, there's this grand open train shed where it's glorious. I'd show pictures if they weren't copyrighted, but unfortunately they are. Unless the ones from 1910 don't count. I don't know. But if you guys look up Penn Station and find the images, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It is gorgeous. And that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing at the moment. That's sort of what I have in mind for the train shed. As for the platforms, they're all going to be made of the same material, but there's going to be more of them. I love the sound of a synchronized TNT explosion. That's The sound it made was like a controlled demolition, to be perfectly honest. Gonna do some more gob-gobbing. Yes. Anyways. Yeah, I don't mind if you guys leave the stream and rejoin at will. This is the most boring part. The digging and the blasting. That's gonna be the most boring part. By the way, who's even still in the stream anyway? Just curious. So yeah, now what I'm going to do here is more or less build this. Now, the reason the steps and all were so tall on the original station build was, again, because the super flat world I used was not deep enough to build the basement structures underground. This is. So, in reality, the station entrance is not going to have this tall grand staircase in it leading up to it. It might have maybe a 1 or 2 block high staircase, but even then, that's sorry, my brain. That's dependent on if I decide to add like windows or something, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add windows to a basement because it's a basement. Why would you need windows? You know, it's kind of obvious. So, with this now done, now I can start rebuilding the basement from the ground, from the top down, or rather the ground up. Now, the reason it's so deep down is so that I can do all the ornate pillar work, the ornate floor, ceiling work, that sort of stuff. Hello, who joined the stream? Or voice chat, excuse me, my brain. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? Kevin, I just want to let you know I'm hardly able to hear you, man. Now we're getting to the building phase, at least for this. I'll call this phase 0. That's literally what this is. This is officially phase 0 of the project. Or should I say sub-0? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start laying out the foundation, literally, for the basement, since it's already more or less here. So when I excavate this, you'll see a complete cutaway of how this is going to look, basically. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, is you'll be able to see a complete sort of cutaway for how I want all of this to look. And understand, that station that I was originally trying to build was something that I hadn't done in nearly 5 years, if not more. Well, not even 5 years, actually. I think it was less than 2 or 3. Because the last station I actually built that I'm most proud of is one I built for Bright Sun Films' server. I actually have video of that. Shortly after I finished it, or finished the main part of it, rather. And it just went from there. You know, it's also kind of funny. I also did some sort of architecture class in high school using the kind of program they use, which was AutoCAD. I never could figure it out, but then if you gave me this, it's different. I can't draw what I'm envisioning mentally, but I can, and it's rare for me to even be able to explain it, so hence why I'm hardly talking while doing this. It's literally just a case of trying to go with what I'm thinking of in my mind and then just going from there, really. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to start with the outer rim, as I call it, of the actual basement ceiling. This is what the floor is going to be supported on. I've started that. So now I need to figure out where I want the pillars to go. Now, this is going to be where I bring in the iron. And seeing as I want everything symmetrical, well, I think you can see where I'm going with this. So this right here, that's a pillar. Now, again, here's an example of the ceiling work I would do. Now, I'm honestly going to change this and use... Now, in the original station design for the basement, I literally had the lamps on the actual beams. Here it's different. I'm going to use this and have the lanterns on these. The glowstone is going to be for later. What?
We'll finally get the tree up.
Nice. So there is the corner beams right here. And now I'm thinking there'll be a decent sized beam here that will then extend out. That's diorite, not iron. Now, before you ask, am I going to use iron for the construction of this? The answer is no. Reason being, it's too expensive in survival to use all this iron. So, sadly, we're not going to have all this iron work, unfortunately, though it does make for good architectural detail, because this is what you would see if you were in the basement. There would be a lot of iron beams that would be giving this whole thing a lot of strength. Now this is to mark where the next floor will go. And of course, the tactic I'm using here is just going to be mirrored, basically. That's what I'm hoping for, is it'll be mirrored down below. And you can see now what I'm going for right here. So now you can see what I'm thinking of doing here. The outer rim is going to be 3 by 3 in terms of the width. Length is going to be 3 at the start around the rim, but then extend to about 7 blocks in width in the central part of the building. So the key now, and this is so I can force myself to stay symmetrical, because this is going to be mirrored through the entire station if I can help it. What I'm thinking is it'll go from 3 wide here and then extending outwards. So this is all literally just for the entranceway. That is literally all of this. Now, of course, understand, this can and will be greatly improved, changed, if I so feel it is fit. Let me see here. So there's the lights for this. And now you can see there's a bit more of an artistic flair here, because now I can take my time on this and I can actually do a lot more with it, given that I've got literally a lot more room. More depth, basically. And the other reason I'm doing this all symmetrically is literally so I can do more artistic designs and details for lighting and other stuff. For instance, observe. Now see, here you can see exactly what I'm thinking of doing here. Now see, this, what I'm doing right now, this is all on the fly. Now check that out. Now isn't that impressive? Okay, so now I'm going on ahead and just marking out where I want the pillars to go. I'm going to add that, and I'm going to add the next iron beam in. And that now concludes where all of these will go. So as you can see, I'm actually trying to plan this out strategically, very strategically. The key will be trying to keep all of this symmetrical. And if you're curious, here's what it looks like from above at the moment. Now let me see. Since this is the basement, Now again, this here is just a concept floor. I'm doing this to see if I have enough clearance both above and below. Enough clearance here so it's not like you're bumping your head. And also enough clearance to add this exact same detailing underneath. On the floor below this. And I'm actually going to go on and finish this portion of the construction. That way we actually have a nice dry space, as it were. One thing I could easily change regarding this design is instead of using iron for the structural beams, I could use copper because it's more plentiful. I don't know if a building code instructor would approve of that, but you know, it is what it is. Now, how's that? This here is just the first of this. I want to stress that. This is just the start. Okay, so let me see. This is 4 blocks. 4 blocks high. I'm honestly debating on making this 5 blocks. That way it's... You know what? That just won out. 5 blocks. So I just need to excavate another level or 2 down and we'll be set. Again, that floor rim was a concept. Okay, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or should I do it like this? Damn. If I'm going to do this, the reason I'm doing what you're seeing me do here is because this is technically 5 blocks high. I'm doing this down here to compensate for the same ornate roofing work I'm going to do here. Only difference is there's going to be the same. There's going to be the same iron plan. So this is all going to be the same. It's just going to be mirrored, if that makes sense. Only instead of a grand ornate station on top, it's just going to be the basement for the station. And I'm actually debating on using bedrock as the literal foundation, because that is what most architects look for when they're building a building. You have got, and that being sheer bedrock. That is the main thing they want to look for. If you can find bedrock, you've got a sturdy enough foundation to build your building on. And now, if you'll notice, we're at the level where the tunnels would be. So they're going to keep the same 3x3 design with the steps and all, keeping them like a circular, like subway tunnels. That's basically what I have in mind, and that design's going to stay. I know somebody on Ribbit's Discord for MCMP, major shout out to them. They suggested doing an automated switching system. So basically an electric interlocking system for the station tracks, which is genius. The original station had 8 tracks, but had 10 ticket windows. This, I'm going to try and make the ticket windows and platforms equal if I can. In order to do that, it's going to have to be a massive, massive structure, obviously, but it's not impossible. And it's quick to build and creative, yes, but survival, that is going to be where the challenge begins. And that's going to make it interesting. And, I'll take a challenge. That's something I like to do. That's one reason I started my writing stuff. I wanted a challenge, and I've been granted one. And it actually makes me take the time to think about things. Okay, so now we've got our floor level. Now I'm going to clear this layer of stone out, and we now have the floor. Now, there are going to be staircases leading down to the basement, but instead of the 1x1 steps leading down in the employee areas, I'm probably going to build all of that first. Like, I'll build the basement levels and foundation and all first, and then build the rest of the ornate station. Because I'm actually wanting to build all of this first before going any further with the design, because then it gives me a better slate to work with. If that makes sense, I want this to be something elegant, something that hopefully people will remember. I know some people on the server asked me if I was going to use schematics to move the build over. The answer is no. I don't know how to use schematic or world edit, and I'd rather just build this in survival, because it says because then it becomes a team effort. And I posted the original station in community projects, and a few people were enthusiastic about it. So yeah, plus if I can make this work in the server, well, I'll put it bluntly, then it would be eliminating a lot of the warping that would need to be done. You could have a train, you could go in a minecart and it could take you there. Also, who else joined the stream? I noticed someone else joined the VC.
He just left.
Oh, who was it?
I can't tell.
Oh. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, but this is also the first station I've built where it literally has a 2-level basement. I don't believe I've ever built a station like this before. And by the way, the layer of stone bricks I'm laying down now are the final layer, plain and simple. Oh wait, that's iron. Why did I do iron? Makes no sense. And if you'll notice, I'm laying this out first, and then I'm going to do all the ornate ceiling work later. Or next, rather. Seeing as I don't have much of the floor left to build. Now this would most likely be foundation type basement stuff. And yes, this will branch out into the main basement of the station. And now take note. The pillars still go through the floor. And since they still do, yeah, I think it's safe to say, I think you can now see exactly what I'm thinking of, what I'm doing here. Because here's the cutaway I was talking about, right here. And I just realized I made a bit of a goof. Okay. Now see, this is why it helps to check, ladies and gentlemen, because otherwise you will make yourself out like an absolute idiot. Alright, let's do this again. I should have realized all this the minute I, yeah, I think you get what I'm doing here. So let me just casually yeet all of this out of existence and we will try this again. So there is the floor mark. God, imagine if this was the basement. I think this is actually about the height that the original station was, if not a little bit under. But now I've got an outline to build off of in terms of getting all of the supports back into place. This kind of reminds me of the archive film I've seen of when, you know, the World Trade Centers were built, or when unfortunately, the original Penn Station was torn down, because as they tore it down, you could see all the steel work and steel framing that was used to put it all together. So here you can kind of see a sort of sequence, as it were. You can sort of see how I have this laid out. And this is realistic. This is how they would build these incredibly ornate buildings. They would start by digging out the foundation, then, of course, building upwards. And then they'd add all the good stuff. The stuff that all of us, you know, antique building enthusiasts drool over, metaphorically speaking. Yeah, but I always liked historic architecture because it's just such a rare thing to see nowadays. And unfortunately, even though a lot of it's protected, it's still disappearing. There's a lot that still gets torn down, even if it's on the historical register. As much as I hate to say that, that's the truth. I actually looked this up. Even if you have a building or structure listed on the National Register of Historic Places, that does not give it permanent protection. It can and will still be destroyed through demolition. I know it sounds unfortunate, but the reason is simply due to money. You can only maintain a building for so long before the costs of maintenance prove prohibitive. Because then you'd have to sacrifice a lot of the historic fabric of the building just to keep it, you know, intact. And a lot of people just more or less find it cheaper to just tear the building down after it gets to a point where they can't save it. I've seen and heard many stories of that, and it hurts, but unfortunately there's nothing you can really do. I mean, if it costs too much to save the building, then that's just it. As much as I hate to tell you guys this, that's just the unfortunate truth of it. Now, I also want you to notice I didn't add a foundation marker. The reason is simple. This is underground. The smooth stone is just to help me mark out where the station is going to go. It gives me an outline to build from, basically. Let me see here. Now understand, this is just the ceiling details I'm adding in now. Plus, I'm also adding the ornate stuff in for lamps and stuff like that. And overall, I'm actually liking this entire design a lot better than what I originally built. And coming from the person who quote-unquote architect or designed this, I don't know why I was going to say architected, that's not even a word. That says a lot. It says a heck of a lot. Now watch this. This here is genius. So here's the double level basement done now. This part is the final basement level, and we're deep enough underground now to where you could just start blasting away and building the tunnels. Now I am going to dig up anyway because, well, yeah. Now this was just to help me mark my bearing, so to speak. Now, let me see. On the original station, I just had the wall start here. Here, I'm thinking of doing it like this, so I've got a firm enough foundation to go from. So, with this in mind, here is where the rest of the foundation will start. Alright, so I'm going to do this on each end. That helps me denote where the corners are. So the interior wall will be here. This will all be external. Yes, there'll still be glass and whatnot. But I'm thinking all this would be open. In fact, I may actually raise this up a bit. Just so the steps and all could have a bit of a raised portion. I don't know yet, but I wanted to build the basement first. That was key. And if you're curious as to why I'm not blasting this out, well, the answer's simple. I want to dig all this out by hand first and get it far enough away from everything I just built. That way I'm not having to go back and rebuild everything from scratch. And this is also to let extra light in, because why not? Well, now look at here. But now you can see the sort of cutaway I was talking about. Well, now, since I'm wanting to make this raised up a bit, even though I really didn't want to, let me just get some stairs and see what I can do here. For one, let's see, if I want them to be 3 high, they're going to have to be like this. Or I could do like in Bright Sun and make them 2 high like this, which would be, honestly, and this is just my opinion, guys, a lot easier for me to build. And also because then the railings wouldn't look ridiculous like on the other station. See, there was a lot of design flaws that I wanted to omit from this one. So yeah, then you're basically going to enter this large sort of atrium kind of thing. I don't remember what exactly it's called. Maybe a front porch, like a front portico or something? I don't know. But here's what it would look like if the stairs were 3 high. Understand, of course, they're going to do that outwards. So that's going to make adding pillars a little bit trickier. If it's 2 high, however... Well, I think you can see, I'm trying to keep the design simplified enough to where it keeps the details realistic. And the stone bricks are literally marking where these pillars are going to go. Now, what I could do, and this is all an example. Where's the quartz pillars? I needed the quartz pillars. Where's the quartz pillars? There we go. Let me plunk that down there. Hello.
Hello. You're on Minecraft.
Yes, and I'm building an example of what the station entryway would look like. I'm rebuilding the station. Now,
Alright.
here's the reason I'm doing this. One, it's a staircase that would most likely not have railings. The second reason, well,
Yeah.
is, well, you'll see. Let me just grab a lightning rod.
Yeah.
It's so I can do lampposts at the bottom of the stairs. See?
Yeah. Well, for now, I might just stay, like, quiet, just watch your stream for a little bit. I really don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm probably just gonna do, I don't know, other things maybe.
You're fine. But see, here's what this is going to look... Now, here's what this would look like, per se. Now, I'm going to demolish this because I'm not ready to add this in yet. Or do y'all want me to keep it? Because I can rebuild this, like, over here. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because then I can actually refine the design better. And build it to scale, too. I can literally build a scale model of this and just see how it looks. And see what I could improve or change. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now, actually.
Alright.
So that's going to be what I'm building first.
Wait, this is Germany right here that Kevin's got loaded up. Yeah, Venlo.
Don't know of that place. Oh, actually,
Well, it's someplace in Germany, so.
okay, I'm liking how this is looking. So here's what the finished... Yeah, what I'm doing right now is the sort of finished design, as I call it. Now, I don't know if I want to use a lightning rod for the lights, or if I want to use fence posts for the lights. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep that version for now just so I can compare it. I'll probably demo what I don't feel works.
West Eindhoven, 14 kilometers east, Helmand, 2 kilometers, Venlo border passing Germany. Gotta see where Eindhoven is.
Now, see, this
Now,
is
by
looking a
my
bit
Twitter,
ridiculous.
I got an update.
Okay, now this is actually looking a little ridiculous. What do you guys think in the live chat? Speaking of, let me turn the live chat on. Yeah, what do you guys think? Because right now I've got this design with the lambs. Now, does that look too bulky or what? Plus, it just... Yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm just going to go back with the lightning rods.
Wait, this is Netherlands. This isn't Germany. This is Netherlands.
I don't know why you're talking about a European country I'd love to visit, but okay.
I'm watching Kevin's stream. That's what he's playing here.
Hey, System 6, what's up? Oh, I wonder, wait, can you make these go upside down? Oh, you can! Okay, this just made this interesting. So if I dig down...
I did not know you could actually put the lightning rods upside down myself. You just,
I just did a big brain moment. That's what I just did. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. I love this. No, I already knew that. Well, no, I didn't actually already know that. Someone else here didn't know that. I was just going on a hunch. I'm just amazed it actually was correct. Oh, this just made this so much better. This just improved the design by leaps and frickin' bounds, and I love it. Okay, so this is a scale model of what I want the entrance to look like, at least with the steps.
I should check out, I think PTFS got updated.
Alright, so I'm
Oh
gonna
yes, they did. They got Pana.
okay, I'm gonna just keep plunking all of my materials down. What am I building again, System 6? It's a train station. Hence the design you see here, the mock-up.
It's gonna System. If you can hear this, then he's building it for a server he's in.
Yeah. So now that I've got the mock-up and how I want it to look, I'm going to demo what I built here. This wasn't, after all, just an example. I will leave one set of stairs so that I know how high I need to raise this up. Plus, I mean, really, the smooth stone was never meant to be visible. This was literally just meant to help me mark the foundation. So I can raise this up. So this could be stone. I could have this be like stone brick up top or diorite. I could make it all diorite. And I'll leave the stone bricks to just mark the pillars. You know what? That's what I'm going to do for this. So then this will all be filled in. So the station will actually be resting on essentially a diorite foundation, which would look a bit more, which looks a bit more like a marble or granite. So that works out greatly in my favor. And then, of course, the quartz and all would be. Well, I don't know. Should I make the top of this quartz or make it all the quartz and all be inset? I don't know. Now I can't decide. Actually, how would that look? I need to just do a brief thing and just see how this looks. Again, more model building, ladies and gentlemen. Model building with Railroad Preserver 2000. The one thing you never thought you'd see. So here's what this currently looks like, right? You got the edge, the base here.
Oh shoot! There's no. Nice.
Let me see. I can't decide. Should I use quartz bricks or chiseled quartz? What do y'all think? Or should I make a pattern? Because I'm building an example. Well, let me just build this first so you can just see. Look at here.
Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna screenshot this.
Hold on. Just give me a minute, System 6. I want to just see how this looks. I might use this design for the interior of the station floor. But then I'll use bricks on the outside. And as for the walls, same as I did before. And understand, this is just the outside of the station. This isn't even anywhere near what the inside is going to look like. This is just leading you in. I want to stress that. This is literally just leading you inside the station. But again, I don't know if I want to go with this, so this is all an example that I'm now demolishing. And you know what, just for the hell of it, I will just go in and lay the stairs out. Now I know what you're going to say. Why am I rebuilding it after I just tore it down? Well, the answer is simple. I'm curious to see how it would look, plain and simple. Hello, who joined the VC? I don't know who it is. Oh, it's Josh. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, Josh, you want to do drive trucks on the track or something?
Sure, just let me...
Yeah. I'm in PTFS because I'm an aviation geek right now. I don't know if anyone else here is.
Well, I want you to notice something, gentlemen. Look here. This technically juts out by 3 blocks if you count the other stuff. Now I'm actually kind of regretting on demolishing all this. Or wait a minute. Was it? Now I'm confused. I don't remember if I had these set. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta rebuild the mock-up as I did have it currently. Okay, let me see.
Dude in here, there's some Xbox user with like a gibberish name.
Let's see. I can't decide. Should I make the pillars jut out like this or have them up here like this? Because here's what it looks like with them in set onto this. Here's what it looks like without that. What do y'all think?
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh crap, I just tore it down. Yeah, you might want to look, because I need opinions on this, because
Yeah,
this is going to be what finalizes a lot of the design.
with the call.
Wait, what?
Stream's a little delayed with the call, so I'm not like.
Refresh it. Click the live thingy, or whatever you call it. I don't know. My brain.
Drive trucks on tracks and get Going now. Alright.
Well, what do you think? I'll leave it paused here so you can get it.
Never mind. I got it. It's fine. It's all.
Well, no. I'm not talking about the stream delay. I'm talking about what design version of the design should I use, where the pillar and ornate lamp area is outset, or where it's all inset a bit, where it's actually on the foundation markers here. Because this station's actually going to be a bit different, because I'm thinking why not have steps going around all 3 points or something, you know? I'm just debating on that.
Oh, here goes the back of the train.
Wait, did they actually add that back? Hold up, did they actually add that back in?
Oh wait, I lied. It's a freight train. I know it would explode, but if they hit another tanker, then it's gonna be funny and there's gonna be fire everywhere.
You fool, what have you done? Alright, I'm gonna just build this out and just see how it looks real quick. Hold on a second.
My truck survived somehow. I don't know how that's possible.
Okay, let me see how this looks, because if this looks nice, I may actually extend this back by another 3 blocks, and then it would complete this. And the reason for this is simple.
How did this survive? Like how? I don't know. About to get ran over.
I love everybody just playing it if... Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of it because, like, I've seen, like, I don't know, I've seen, like, train derailments of, like, people who, like, survived the crash just standing right in front of the train just taking a picture with it. I want to do that.
Plot twist, the train just suddenly gets... Suddenly a train slams into the back of the derailed train and just squashes the idiot taking the picture flat. Sorry.
Here goes another train. Boom! No, I'm trying to... Oh, here goes. Well, train... Oh, there goes tanker. There's smoke. There's smoke. One of the tankers hit me, but it already exploded. I ran right into a tanker and it started smoking. Hey, it's smoke, but at least it's not rust and smoke. Oh, God. I don't want to know what happens with that. Oh, rust and smoke. I think that's a new day for a chemistry lesson. By Walter White, aka me.
Oh gosh.
Walter White wrote once.
You're god dang right. Cue like the Walter White theme music for the meme.
A furry instead.
Let me see here.
You go with that.
You know, I might actually keep the diorite theme for the station because
Two trains head on. No, not head on. They're on different tracks.
okay, well here's guys.
Head on. They're not head on. They're on two different tracks. They're just meeting each other. I can make it head on. Problems and we did like math problems on that, like what time like two objects are gonna meet each other. But instead of like trains, we did like an elevator. Alright. I'm ready. Have you seen the math problem where like train A is like X miles an hour, X miles away from train B, and then like train A is going X miles an hour, and then train B is going X miles an hour. And what point will they meet?
Well, can you hang on a second?
Dude, X is literally just ruined math for me. I used to like math in elementary school. Now it kind of sucks.
You can thank Common Core for that. Can I just talk for a minute? You can thank Common Core for doing that. That messed me up with the math bad, like very bad.
Well, we didn't use like I used Common Core in elementary school, but we don't use it anymore. I think we use like the traditional math system, but I don't know how much Common Core actually controls like.
It messed me up a lot regarding math. I still can't solve even the simplest of math problems due to that stuff.
Dude, I wonder if my elementary school still uses the Common Core book. I don't know if they do, but if they still do, then that's
kind of
an issue. Because I think like if you watch the Incredibles 2, then you probably know that one scene where.
Don't spoil it. I'm live streaming. Remember? Hey, Josh. Hello. Can people hear me, or is my mic dying? I can't tell if people can hear me or not because it seems like the microphone I've got's finally.
We can hear you.
Well, it seems like the mic I've got's finally dying, so I'm just concerned.
Maybe put it closer to you.
Normally, I don't have to have it closer to me for it to work. That's weird.
I mean, it works. I can hear you.
Well, okay then.
I can hear you as well. It's just the fact that we keep talking over you is the issue. Probably.
Okay, now how does this look at night?
Like, comment that they can't hear you well.
Okay, guys, check this out. Look at the new facade so far.
Let's see. Well, that's good. That's really good. I like that. That looks like what kind of station are you trying to build? Like what station? Are
Passenger.
you basing it off a real one?
No, it's the only real station I've always made a point to reference is Penn Station. And that's the original one where it had the glass inset into the floor for the train shed area. That's really the only design element from a real station that I've always made a point to reuse. But
that almost looks like an older like train station with like the lantern and like a beam holding them up.
well, I want you to notice I've left the stone bricks in place to indicate where the pillars go. And I'm actually going to leave part of this open so that I know where to actually put the pillars. Because I don't know if I want to do the enormous glass windows anymore, but I know one thing I want to do. I'm actually debating on extending this back by 3 more blocks. For one, so that number one, I can complete this, so it won't get in the way of everything else. And 2, it's mostly so that I can start the next part of the station without any issue, if that makes sense.
Wait, did a llama manage to get into your build?
I have no clue. I don't even know how I got there. Oh! How? How did you end up down here, sir? Get out of this area. You're not allowed. Get out.
Is this mass animal genocide?
Probably. No, I'm just kidding. How to annoy PETA in less than 2 seconds. Yeet! Oh my god. You know, when an animal organization like that becomes a meme due to their own, like, controversy, that should say a lot. But I'm not going to get into that. I'm not getting into that. Hey! I ain't getting into that here. We're building a train station, not a drama center. Oh, I think it would help if I actually finished this. Oops.
I feel like the trucks are just kind of broken now. Like they're just like they don't like move with the.
Which game are you playing? Which version of Drive? Hang on, Josh.
Yeah,
what version
kind
of
of are.
Josh? What version of Drive Trucks are you playing right now?
Hold on. Let me see. It was updated like 3 years ago. I think it's Oh yeah, 2020. Wow, am I wild? Wow, am I 2020. You feel old? I think the first from like 2018. That was how many years ago was that? Like 5. Yeah, 5.
Close.
6.
Yeah, nearly.
Yeah, it was the first Christmas video of 2018, I guess, where there was derailing physics in Rails Unlimited.
By the way, I think you guys might want to see just how big this new station's gonna be. Actually, I don't know if it's gonna be. Actually, I don't know if it's gonna be.
I can already see how big this might be with like you're laying out of the dirt and grass. We died together.
Also,
this train is long.
By the way, if you notice, I'm trying to. Oh crap! Wait a minute.
Yeah. I might go play like Twisted or something. I don't know. I want to see if there's any good tornadoes.
What I'm going to do is fill this in with stone brick, and then that's sort of to cap it off, and then I'll fill it in with the diorite.
I don't know, maybe I'll play Battleship Battles or Tiny Sailor's World. Hopefully they updated.
That's like hoping for a wing and a prayer, my friend. And by the way,
yeah,
I think I now have exactly where I can extend this at. See, I need there to be.
Looks like it's.
Dang it!
Wait.
I can't decide if I want to extend this back 3 blocks so that I have room for ornate work on the outside, you know, like for the ceiling or like the roof, or what? Because I don't know.
Okay, well maybe I'll stream Twisted. Hold on, let me share.
Well, the rest of the station is now on hold until I can figure this out, because at the moment I can't decide how far out I want this to go. Because if I do add the main part of the building, what if like all the ornate stuff I put for the front facade doesn't line up, you know? Because I need it to flow in a uniform manner.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I'm already digging out the rest of the area to begin blasting that out next. That's got to go because I'm not using that now.
Why isn't Roblox loading? Why isn't Roblox? Okay, let me try this again.
I'm going to have to remove the diorite for right now until I can get all this done.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. No, can I, Josh? Josh. You gotta make it sound more like this. Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Oh, that's kind of perfect. Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Oh my god, you gotta do it in a very specific voice. Oh my god, imagine if Daily Dose of Internet was able to react to like memes of his own stuff. That would be hilarious. It's kind of like how Charmex used to react to YTPs people made of him. And him always laughing at just the crazy stuff people came up with. God, that was funny. I'm glad people had the foresight to archive his old stuff. That was great.
How about this? Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Oh my.
This crazy guy drove.
Some crazy guy decided to drive a truck onto a railroad track in Florida.
Florida man drives truck into his truck because he thinks his truck weighs more than a train and wants to prove his girlfriend wrong.
Oh god.
How does a Florida man even get a girlfriend, bro? Like, how does that, like, girl just not think he's crazy?
Hey, you'd be surprised. Some girls like crazy men. Just like some men like crazy women. So, you know, it is what it is.
No, what?
But I'm going to stop that right there, because that's just going to be weird.
I think you really start to question it if he's really sane or not. That's what I do.
I mean, seeing as there's reports of freaking people in Florida beating gators over the head with freaking batteries and Bud Light, it wouldn't surprise me if everyone's crazy down there. Crazier. And I thought Georgia was nuts.
In the Roblox game, the Wild West, there's alligators that you can just blatantly kill in a swamp and just sell their flesh and, like, skin for tons of money.
Well, you know why? It's because alligator leather was considered a really good material for clothes and stuff. Particularly boots.
I didn't know, killing, like, the developers. I thought they were just doing it for the act.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've always said this about Jay Killen. He's like me, but better, to be perfectly honest. The humor is not dry. It's not outdated. What?
I wonder how it'd be if, like, Jay Killen actually became, like, a meteorologist or, like, I don't know.
A storm chaser, you mean?
Chaser. I think he could.
What? Hang on, Josh, you broke up, man. You broke up, like, really bad. Also, I'm hearing, like, really bad reverb, just saying.
I gotta just see how, like, Jay Killen, does everything in, like, Jesse's videos, because it seems like he knows what he's talking about.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jay Killen does a lot of good lord, I can't say meteorological. until I get stressed out and then say it. Good Lord.
Yeah. I feel like you might actually like be into that weather stuff.
Who, me or Jay Killen? I mean, I think Jay Killen was always interested in it. I know Jesse's always been interested in the weather stuff. He actually has his own storm probe, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, as you guys know, I did a bit of weather-related videos on my channel a while back. It's funny, that one storm that I filmed where we had... that one storm I filmed here in Athens that ended up knocking a bunch of trees down was wild. We never had a storm bad enough to knock out power. First time in a while that that's happened. You know, I've got to ask you guys something. Should I put a fountain in the middle of this? Like, what do y'all think? I think that'd be kind of interesting. Hey, Train Boy 1522. All right, well, that has more or less answered that question. I love I'm going on and just building the freaking overall facade of this, and I'm not even done with the rest of the station. And I want you guys to understand, okay, this is only part of this entire project, okay? Who left? Hello? Wait a minute.
I may have left. I don't know. Wait, hold on. I think Josh may have just left. I don't know.
I'm trying to debate on how I want this thing to look.
Yeah, I don't know. Twisted nearly crashed my computer for some reason.
Well, it's called extreme graphics, my friend. Do you not know what that is?
I know what it is. I'm just like, my computer can take the graphics, but like Twisted graphics at max, just no, it can't. I always forget to turn it down before I actually get into a game.
I'm gonna laugh if this goes about as well as I'm expecting it to. It's like, why would you not go ornate, right?
Yeah. What's up? Boy.
Not much, just doing this.
Look at the stream. Hello.
I'm gonna clear all this, since I don't have to worry
See
about
what
it.
other games there are. I want to see how, Come on, why is Windows PowerShell? Windows PowerShell popped up on my computer.
You'll laugh. I was debating on the old station. I was initially using a sea lantern for the lighting on the platform. But I changed it to glowstone because one, I think on the server there's only like 2 ocean monuments, so I didn't want to rob all the sea lanterns. And number 2, glowstone's more readily available in the Nether. So, yeah. The cords, though, is going to be the interesting bit. That's going to be the fun part, trying to get that.
Oh, wait, what is Aeronautica? How does Aeronautica do? I haven't played that game in a while.
Let me see. I'm going to use this. I'm going to get these. I want you to take note of this, guys, because I think you're going to be interested in what I come up with.
What is it?
You'll see. Just watch.
Alright.
Oh my god. Rod, are you like, I know this is kind of old news, but are you aware that like there's games on Roblox where you can literally get drunk?
Yes, I'm more than aware of that.
Wait, what?
You fool, what have you done? You have opened a rabbit hole!
Oh no.
Yeah, look, I'll screenshot it. Hold on. I'll send it to nobody.
Robert, I'm gonna send something in the chat. for you to
Don't.
see later.
Hang on. Should I make... Hang on, guys, wait a second. I don't know if I should make this thing arched at the top or if I should make it flat like before. What do you think? I'm talking about the rest of the facade. This is only the start of it, above the...
Hey, it does.
I like the stair design.
Well, this is just over the entryways. I want to stress this is just over the entryways. I'm not even done. I haven't even done the glasswork yet. The glasswork on this is going to be much more extensive.
What are you building now?
You'll see. Just watch. I'm building the framework for the glass. I can't decide. Hang on. I can't decide if I want to keep the pillar. Hang on, guys. Wait.
The officially broken.
Guys, I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. I couldn't decide if I wanted to continue moving the pillars upward, but then I just decided to do this instead.
I just heard, I'm watching your live stream, sorry, like, we didn't respond to you quick enough, but...
No, it's just I didn't know if I wanted to do this. Because I wanted to do like a massive sort of arched glass window for the atrium, but that'd be so big it wouldn't be easy to do. Plus...
Hold on, I found the old Twisted scene.
Let me see. I can't decide if I want to do this. Because then I'm worried the glass will have to be 3x3 in each panel.
Oh my goodness. I got the same account launched from different device thing. It's probably because I tried to play it a billion times.
Oh, by the way, if you wanted a sort of cutaway of the station, you're about to get it.
Either that or I could change my password. Hey, is that Thor?
No, I'm at my grandmother's house now. That wasn't Thor, unfortunately, but he's back at my mother's. He's doing alright.
Alright, well, I turned my graphics down a little bit. Hopefully that should help. I know,
should I do that? No, that wouldn't work.
My dog was absolutely barking her head off because, there were, I think, guys were, like, going, like, check our chimney or something, and, I don't know, he's like, what? He's like, what the hell's going on? I love this comparison. There's like a thin tornado and a big tornado, and it was taken by Jake Kellen. I feel like Jake Kellen takes a lot of pictures from the, well, I'll show you. Looking,
Oh, hang on. This just turned out way better than I thought. Check this out. Look at the front of this now.
oh wow. That actually looks good. That looks pretty good.
And this is just the entryway. I haven't even done the glasswork yet. I want to stress that. I haven't done the glasswork until now. Now I'm starting the glasswork if you guys want to watch.
watch your gas, don't get stranded. One time, like 2 years ago, I nearly got stranded and twisted. Like back when the game was like small and like had a lot of bugs and was outdated. Okay, now things are running smoothly. I mean, I can actually get it twisted, but it's a little laggy.
I need to ask you guys something. Should I extend this back to have a 4th set of stairs, or should I have it go and extend it all the way back to 5, or would that be pushing it?
Alright, we got the Dom 2, and here we go.
Guys, I need to ask you guys something. What do you think? I mean, I'm debating on this because that's going to determine what type of glass I need, what design I put in the front facade.
You could probably put the glass on. By going for like glass pane, I think that may seem like a little bit more realistic, but that's just my preference.
No. You're not wrong. I'm just trying to think of how to do this because I can't decide right now if I want the wall to just immediately corner off like this, which could risk causing all of this to get messed up, or do it like this, which could still mess stuff up. I don't know.
My chaser vehicle is blaring an emergency alert message. Let me see what is high. Okay, that's good. Good thing.
Well, here's this arch design. What do you guys think? Or should I do something else? Like, hold on. Oh, I just had a great idea. Hold on. I gotta be very strategic about this. Otherwise, this whole thing's gonna get messed up. Okay.
Actually, it's still pretty early though, so I'm gonna. Oh, there's a entirely group of chasers here. What's going on? I'm gonna stream this. Hold on. I'm gonna share screen.
Hang on, you guys. I need your opinion. What do you think of the arch here? It's going to be more difficult to build it over here on the front, but what do you think about the sides? Because I can always raise this up. Actually, wait, would there be a decent, like, corner for these? I think there would be. Let me just test this. I need to build some concepts real quick.
Not really. The Dom 2 should be remodeled, but it's kind of old at this point.
Now, by the way, I want to stress that the height of the entrance usually determines the height of the actual station. I want to just stress that in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
And it'll also determine the amount of detail work I'm going to have to do. Okay, I think what I'm going to do to save my insanity... Well, first thing I'm going to do is go eat dinner, because I just got a text from my grandmother saying dinner was done, so... I'm going to demo all... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I've eaten. I'm energized. Let us resume. I've got my computer speakers muted... Mainly so that because some friends of mine are playing Twisted and I don't want to interrupt them. And plus, one of them had, I guess, copyrighted stuff going on in the background and I didn't want that being in the way. So, yeah. Anyways, now that I'm back, here's what I've got so far for the facade. The fun part now is going to be dealing with the windows. I can't decide if I want to go with this type of design here, which is at least 7. Actually, wait a minute. That might work out, and that might actually be the best possible solution for this. Hold on a minute. Okay, let me demolish this. Let me do that. Yeah, I can't decide if I want to make this station. I can't decide if I want to make the entrance flat like before, or if I want to make it like something grander, you know, something more impressive, I guess, is what I'm trying to think of. I might make it flat to save on building materials and complexity, but I don't know. It just depends, I guess. Plus, it also depends on the windows I have on the sides, too. I could make windows on the sides, or I could make it completely void of that. I don't know. See, right now I'm just going through my design process. I'm trying to go with see what I could use that could work, what could be improved, you know, stuff like that, basically. And remember, this also will determine the height of the rest of the station. And just for the hell of it, I'm curious, what would this look like? I can't decide if I want to go with this design here or a kind of triangular arch. What do y'all think? I mean, I can't decide. Or actually, hold on. What if... Hold on, let me try this. I'm probably not going to go with this design, given the fact it'd make the thing ludicrously tall, which is something I found we don't need. I think I'll go with this since it's easier to do. Plus, it would be way easier to model as well. What I mean by model is I mean doing the crown molding on the inside. Okay, let me see here. Now, I can't decide if I want to add windows on the sides because of the molding design, which would have a bunch of other stuff, or if I should make them all square or something. I can't decide. Let me see here. Let me see here. Okay, now that looks nice. Okay, it's going to be flat up top, but inside, that's going to be where it's going to be interesting. And there's still, I'm thinking I'll still have windows along here, but they're going to be smaller, about this height. That way they won't impede on the archwork. You're going to see it later on. Yeah, no, I decided I was going to do the basement, but I lied. Might as well do... I'm already into this. Might as well go and do it all the way, at least in terms of the atrium. Or whatever this is called. I think that's what that's called, right? The atrium? I don't remember. I'm not a genuine architect, people, so give me a break, alright? Cut me some slack. Okay, let me see here. And this will also determine the type of design I go for back here. And if you guys are curious as to why I went with this design instead of a massive arch, well, watch. Just take a look at how big this would be if I went with this. That's about as big as it would get. See, it's not very grand, is it? That arch. Although, I'll say this, if I didn't have to worry about keeping this flat, I would most likely still use that. But I'm not out of the woods yet, so I could still put a skylight in here. It would just be a bit of an issue per se. Well, now wait a minute, hold on. I could still do that, yeah. It'd just be a bit cumbersome given the fact I'm going to be doing all this crown molding work. Okay, I'm going to do this first and just see how this looks. Oh wait, that actually looks neat. Let me see. Let me see here. I actually like this type of step, so redo time. Because it now looks like cut stone, which is what I need. Oh yeah, that looks a whole lot better. Yeah, that also means I've got to replace all this. That's like every step I've added so far. Go figure. Oh well. I know this change would be almost unnoticeable, but let me be honest with you. I would notice it, so I'm the one changing it. I'm doing this to keep my OCD from driving me crazy. Plus, I mean, you can see it looks more like cut stone. That's the main reason I'm changing all these out. It looks more refined than rather what a raw quartz looks like, you know? I'll go on and put it bluntly, in real life, all of this would have collapsed because there's nothing else. It's only being held in by one support point right here. Now, I know you guys are going to ask me, am I adding skylights? Well, why do you think I'm doing this? And I understand, I'm just building the base portion of all this right now. I'll add more ornate stuff as I go on. I didn't even actually add the ornate stuff on the old station model until later, believe it or not. I'm going to just assume that I'm going to have another wall here at some point, so... Yeah, let me see... Put that there, put that there, put that there. You there. You there. Oh. Okay, that's an issue. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. Now, if you're curious, if you wanted to know how I did what the mock stonework along the sides of these things, you're about to see how I do it. But it's going to take a little bit because obviously I'm working on a completely new design, so understand everything is not going to be like the original build. I can't overstate that enough. Yeah, I'm still in my Discord's voice chat. I'm just got the speakers muted on my computer, but I can unmute them right now. Hey guys, you still there?
Yes.
Oh wait, Kevin, is it just you? Hello?
Yes. I do.
I didn't know you were the only one left in the thing, sorry.
I'm still here. I'm just deafened, so
Oh, sorry, I'm blind.
yeah, it's fine. I'm just making some dinner and doing some other stuff.
You're fine.
Yeah, I might just be AFK for a little bit, if that's fine.
Of course, of course. Let me see. I'm actually making decent progress on the station right now. And I'm literally going to stop once I'm done with this. And if this keeps up, it'll be the first 3-hour stream I have done in a while. But I'll resume it tomorrow. The other reason I was doing this is literally because I forgot to stream the rest of the other station's build progress. It seems I worked faster without streaming. But then again, it caused the design to get rushed, so I think streaming the build will make me take my time, you know? Make it so I can get it right. The more I look at this, the more I wonder, should I make the skylight be 3 glass panels here, like this? Or should I make one massive, like, singular panel strip? Like, one block is what I mean, and have the steps encase it. Like, what do y'all think? God, I'm tempted to put pillars in here. Huh. I might do that on the very back, I think. You know, if I'm being honest, this actually looks far better than the other station, if I'm being perfectly honest. And this is just the entrance. Take that into account for a minute. This is just the entrance part of the station, and it's not even fully detailed yet. Okay, I just want people to realize that before making any assumptions or anything like that, you know? Oh, this looks a lot better, actually. Let me see here. Well, that's technically the inside of this done, and it's actually a lot better than the original. Wouldn't y'all agree? Now for the interesting bit.
Hey, Roto, do you still on?
Yeah, I'm still on Minecraft. I'm still working on the station build. Sorry.
I saw something really random. Do you know what the WKCR radio hijacking was?
I believe so. I mean, I'm not really wanting to do anything.
I'll send you a video of it. It's creepy as hell. So if you have like, you didn't go watch it probably.
Real quick, what do you think of the design I've got so far? I wish they'd add quartz walls, you know? That'd be so nice if they could add those. Since they don't. Oh god, that looks kind of hideous.
I sent you a video of it.
Minecraft, if you hear this, could you add quartz walls? Because that'd be nice.
Oh wait, Kevin, you playing Forza?
No, GTA.
Oh, GTA. Have you seen a little Maros Franklin in there?
Yeah. Yeah, like. Yeah. Welcome to Cartel TikTok Live. I'm seeing this.
I hope you know I can hear all that coming through. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. You know who, hold on, you know who Beast Child is?
I'm not really interested in that. I'm just gonna go on and say that now.
Alright.
Sorry.
Yep, he's fine.
Oh, by the way, what do you think of how I'm doing the lanterns on the outside?
It's, pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. That looks like, the inside almost looks like, I don't know, not Ferd from, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Not really. This is just the... Dude, this isn't even the station. This is just the entrance point.
Oh my... Dude.
Yeah, this is literally where you just walk up, okay? This is not the actual station.
Dude, how long are you gonna spend on this?
Well, look at the other videos of the prior build and you can see how big it was. But just bear in mind, this is going to take longer because you got the underground portions too. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, stand by for blasting. Oh my god, this is going to annihilate almost half of what I've already built down here.
Deciding to do now.
Just watch and see, my friend. Watch and see.
It's probably going to be more chaotic than you and Jesse playing Where the Road Meets the Rails.
You could say that.
And
Yep.
it was chaotic.
Now you see why I was going to excavate this by hand. This is a perfect example of why.
Now I can see why you use TNT to, like, dig out all your strip mines.
Well, here's the issue. It also dug out a ton of the structural integrity of the building.
Yep. I'll just be, like, right back. Hold on.
Sorry, you guys. I'm having to conduct emergency structural repairs. It's like, don't mind me, gentlemen. I'm just conducting emergency repairs to the structure. It is totally fine, I assure you. It's like, no. Don't mind the collapses. It's perfectly normal, I assure you. If this guy was stunned at just how far... Yeah, dude. If you thought if you were curious as to how far I'm willing to go with this, just look at a station I built years ago on Builder Oasis. That thing was huge. Okay, that thing was immense. I'm serious. Just look. I'd recommend going and looking at that video. It's from like 6 or so years ago. It's not. This isn't going to be. This is actually going to be bigger than that. Much bigger.
Alright, I've returned.
Hello, welcome to the next phase of blasting.
I've been watching your blasting. Also, Seal Shark's begging you to dig.
Yo, Seal Shark, what do you think I'm doing? I'm digging. I'm having to dig by hand anyway. I gotta dig out all of this by hand so that it's far enough back from what I've already built. But the good thing about this is it gives me a chance to show just how I built this station in terms of the construction method. I mean, look, you can literally see just how thick the build is already. Yeah, in case you're curious, here's what the build currently looks like if you wanted a cutaway of it. Check this out. So it's got a double basement, with the bottommost part being what will connect to the actual railroad track platforms. And understand, this is just going to be the core of the station. I'm not even built... This isn't even anywhere near the sides yet. But as for the design of, like, the ornate molding design, I'm most likely going to use what I've put on the outside of the station entrance. I think that's going to be the recurring theme for the roof lining, unless I decide to raise the skylights, which I'm most likely going to do in a minute.
Alright, Railroad, this is a random question. Should I go and watch your live stream from 3 years ago where you left your Discord server?
Let me think about that. How about no?
Why? Because it's a trip down cringe lane or something else?
Just look, forget it.
No. Alright.
Hang on, is it just me or are the colors more vivid on the stream? They're more subdued in the game, but on the stream the colors are more vivid. Interesting.
Maybe your phone updated itself.
Nah, that'd be nice, but I doubt that. Huh.
Yeah, maybe it did.
Now, if you're curious as to what I'm doing here, well, you'll see in a minute. Huh.
I found a random video. It's what would your life be like if the Axis powers won World War II?
Please don't. I'm here trying to build a train station, not something out of people's nightmares. Bless you.
Dude, why is my mic so sensitive? Oh, I'm just being cool. Hey, hold on. I want to do a mic test. Can you still hear me clearly? Because, like, my mic...
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Well, my mic must pick up things from far away.
Did it pick that up?
No. Because I don't think it can pick up things from like far away in my room, but probably not like far away in like Georgia or like near Athens.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, look up
Look up.
in this. Well, take note of how. Never mind.
What do I have to look up at? The bat?
No. I was referring to the station, but okay.
I looked up in real life.
you fool.
I'm not just.
I wasn't saying for you to look up in real life, but that's like a horror game, but okay.
Hey, look, it's snowing in Fairport, New York.
Check out. Okay, look at the stream.
Real fans.
If you were curious as to how I built the station, here you go. Look.
All right. Yeah.
You see the cutaway, right?
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, wow, you dig down like a lot. I didn't realize you were gonna do like a 2-story basement.
Well, that's the thing. The original build had a single level basement and a single level platform because the super flat world was only 3 blocks deep. This is allowing me to build the station as it was originally supposed to be built.
Okay.
This bottommost basement is going to connect with the train platforms that are going to be somewhere off in this direction. This one is just a general basement.
Oh, hey, look. A CSX train just came up at Fairport.
Well, I think that'll conclude this here. Total amount of time to build just this, 3 hours. I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next stream.